The Rubbish Monster. Just around the corner, not far from your school, is a dirty gray house that's home to a fool. The windows are grubby, the paint has all peeled, the grass is too long, and the pond has congealed. You're probably thinking, who would live there? Well, if you keep listening, I've a story to share. It starts at this door all crooked and wonky, down past this piano all plinky and plonky. Into the kitchen, and what have we here? A bushy big eyebrow and a large, hairy ear. And is this a wart, a boil, or pimple? It's so hard to tell amongst all this bristle. He's messy and scruffy, and though still a youngster, this furry young chap is a big rubbish monster. What's one of those? I can hear you all thinking. The first thing to say is his habits are stinking. When he's out and about with his mom and his dad, he'll do things with litter that are terribly bad. He chucks wrappers and packets all over the place, all of the time with a smile on his face. Not once does he look for a near litter bin. He just scatters the pavement with a silly big grin. And when he's at home, things are the same. He creates rubbish and waste as if it's a game. If he doesn't get mountains of food on his plate, he screams and gets into a terrible state. He only eats half, but his parents don't shout. They just shrug their shoulders and chuck the other half out. He's the same when he's drawing and doing his art. He'll take a big page, but only use a small part. Then scrunch up the paper and toss with a splat. He couldn't care less. It takes trees to make that. And he'd never for a moment think to reuse a yogurt pot tin or a carton of juice. It's not even as if he doesn't know. They make perfect containers for flowers to grow. But the worst thing of all, I can't let this pass, is a rubbish monster might be right here in your class. It's easy to spot the one in this book, but sometimes you can't tell with just a quick look. So we have a good glance to your left and your right, and don't be surprised if you get a fright. Does the person you're looking at litter the street? Do they use loads of paper, or are they quite neat? Do they eat up their lunch, or does it go in the bin? Do they save up their pots to grow plants and flowers in? If you find a rubbish monster right in your midst, here are some things you should really insist. First, put litter in the place it should be, a bin or your pocket till you get home for tea. And try using less paper, I'm begging you please. It means we can save quite a number of trees. And when you sit down for a meal or a treat, only ask for as much as you're sure you can eat. And one final point I'd like you to heed. Use a pot or a tin to plant up a seed. Thank you for listening. I hope it's been fun. Rubbish Monsters says bye, and don't become one.